Welcome to the podcast, Working Drummer. Dynamic interviews that tell you everything you need to know about being a professional drummer and a few things you may not want to know. Produced by Mike Jackson and hosted by myself, Matthew Krause. Man, thanks a lot for sitting down. Appreciate this. And
It's great to hear from you.
Oh, yeah. I just finished an awesome tour of this location, and our tour guide,
Aaron Jeter.
Aaron, was awesome, and she's instrumental in getting a lot of tours scheduled and organized. So anybody that comes down here and wants to check this out, that she would probably be the person.
Right, yeah. Anybody can contact us here by phone call or email through the website. Even contact me directly, and then I'll work with Aaron to get any special tours set up. Today we gave you sort of the special tour, which is called the Behind the Glass tour. The Behind the Glass, it's a little extra to pay to be able to do that. But what we do is we take you into the collection that most people don't get to see of all the rare, one-of-a-kind prototypes and snare drums owned by everybody from Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa. I mean, a lot of really famous guys, Louis Bellson. It's just it's.
Well, there were some very rare items. Some of the snare drums where there were only 50 made, and you guys have 3 of them.
Right. Yeah, with the Gladstones.
The Gladstones.
Yeah.
Some of the unique inventions. I think that's one of the things that as we discover drums, we discover all the mechanics, and that piques our interest, not only the sounds and the music that accompanies all those things, but I think that as drummers, we geek out over the invention and all those little things that make it what it is, and the mechanic in us.
Yeah.
The engineer in us wants to
explore.
Well,
it's so true. I mean, I think, being drummers and percussionists we're very mathematical thinking anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the engineer side of us, we're always thinking of how can we do this better?
Yeah.
or modify this to make it work for me. And so that certainly comes out. And, probably one of the things that you got to see that I would love for more people to see is our foot pedal collection.
Oh yeah, I got some great pictures.
It's one of the only ones like it in the world. I think we have the most extensive foot pedal collections in the world, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, you can see everything from the very early stages of like late 1800s, early 1900s, very crude, made out of wood, foot pedals where people were starting to think, how can I move from my hands to the double drumming technique to starting to utilize my feet. And so from starting from there all the way through the Ludwig inventions and everything else in between, all the way to modern day with some of the best pedals that are in the collection with all the major manufacturers. So it's really really cool. That one collection alone is awesome.
We haven't even said where exactly we are, what city we are in.
That's true.
What the name of this place is.
Most people are probably thinking we're in Nashville.
Right. No, we're not in Nashville. They probably can see from the title. We're at the Percussive Arts Society. But where is this? What is this location?
Sure. We're in the Rhythm Discovery Center. And the Rhythm Discovery Center was a creative vision of the Percussive Arts Society. We just celebrated our 5-year anniversary here in the heart of downtown Indianapolis. And so we're actually at 110 West Washington Street in downtown Indianapolis. And this center is very community-based. We've had visitors literally from all over the world who have found out about us, who come in on a weekly basis to not only see the exhibits for the drumming geeks like us, but we also have families who come in. We do school group tours just to get them excited. We have been funded by the NAMM Foundation to carry out what we call our Find Your Rhythm program, where we bring in underfunded schools to help pay for their transportation and also their fees to come in and take a tour of the Rhythm Discovery Center and discover music, and not just drums and percussion, but just get them excited about music because it's so important in education, with especially with all the funding cuts and so forth. Right. We're trying to supplement that and continue to get them excited. And so it's for families, it's for young kids of all ages. I mean, we literally have guys that work across the street at PNC Bank, or any of the downtown offices. We've got guys who come in here on their lunch hours and bring like a bag lunch and sit in the soundproof room and play for 45 minutes on the drum sets that we have in there. So it's a very interactive. It's not your typical museum. I mean, this is one of the only places where you can come and we don't tell you not to touch things other than like a kit like this, of course. But we have over 200 instruments that can be played.
Lots of interactive things. Lots of opportunities to get your hands on things, literally hand drums, sticks, cymbals. You have that huge gong. What is that thing?
The gong drum.
The gong drum.
Yeah, the gong drum was made for us by Remo and donated to us at our opening. And that's sort of the introduction to the center when you first enter. When you first enter, you see Gene Krupa's kit next to Buddy Rich's kit. Set up in there, as some of you may know, they used to do drum battles back in the day and record them on audio. And so we've set up a little exhibit, sort of previewing the larger drum set exhibit that we have going on right now. How
long is this exhibit going on?
The drum set exhibit's going to go on at least until the July 2016, August 2016. So about another year or so. It's been very successful. So, but the gong drum is one of the first things that you see when you first enter.
You hear and feel, and I feel my lunch hour getting out all my anxieties from working at the bank.
Yeah.
By just feeling the vibrations off the.
Yeah, and we've got a gong in there, and in that same area that people can feel the difference and learn the difference of membranophones versus the metals, and then we introduced the woods.
Right.
So there's actually a sort of a hidden message there to introduce people to those three things in particular, but to also understand that their drumming is much more and goes much deeper than just music or being the guy in the back of the stage. I mean, there's the vibrations of the healing power of drumming and so forth. So
lots of religious connections to some of the things that we saw when we were walking through. And also, for those who kind of understand drums, drum set, but it goes back. There's a history. There's a cultural significance that kind of creates a connection among cultures, and it's great to see the drum sets in here.
Right.
And it's great to but it's really good, even as a drummer all my life, to put the pieces together and see that, oh, I get it. It's so much bigger than this.
Yeah.
So much bigger than me. And to see all those things and to be able to hear. And I mean, the tam-tam gong alone, it's like, wait a minute, remind me again what this is again? There was a lot of education today for me.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, I mean, it's that's what's great about this place, is that you can come here and not be a musician at all and totally enjoy it and learn a lot, or you can be a drum geek like us, and there's things here for us too to geek out on. Yeah. And like you said, sort of bring you back to, oh yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time, and so it's something that we're real proud of, and welcome everybody. And of course, the drum set exhibit is our primary exhibit right now, but we have 4 other main exhibits that are here for people to enjoy. And quite honestly, from a community standpoint and an education standpoint, the drum set exhibit, for as cool as it is, almost gets overshadowed by all the rest of the exhibits and hands-on things that we have going on here.
Right. So, for example, you have the drum circle in the middle.
Yeah.
So what goes on there? What do you guys do?
Well, typically a couple different things. I mean, when we do give tours in particular, which we do tours for the schools that I mentioned through our Find Your Rhythm program that we do, but we also do like leadership meetings, and we do private events here where people can come, and corporations will come in here, and we'll do leadership trainings and so forth like that, and group building experiences. So that the drum circle area, which we call the plaza, which is sort of the center stage, if you will, of the entire center. Everything sort of spawns off that middle section. So it's primarily used for drum circle purposes, where at the end of a tour we give a drum circle, and so people can actually realize that, hey, I can play drums. Like, actually, maybe I have some rhythm.
Do you ever have a group where nobody is a drummer?
Oh yeah. And believe it or not, those are the people that seem to have the most fun, because it's like you've awakened
Yes.
the drummer inside them that they didn't know. Because a lot of people are like, I don't have any rhythm at all. It's like, no, you really do. You have rhythm in your body every day, just starting with your heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Then you have your breathing rhythm.
Yeah.
And when you start to talk to those people in particular about that, you can just see things, like their thoughts start to like open up, and like I said, they discover like a whole new realm of their aptitude and brain that they haven't even discovered yet. So the people that come in and get to drum that aren't drummers and percussionists, they're the ones that almost get more excited than.
That's exciting. That's got to be fun to see.
Oh,
To see that, it's got to remind you of what it was like when you discovered it. And
yeah, and it does. It keeps you kind of reminded and grounded of, especially when you see little kids in particular, but adults too, but especially when you see little kids just like getting so excited. I mean, we've got some great photographs of little kids just being so excited, and it brings you back to like, man, that used to be me, before I got dark on the.
When did I become so jaded?
Yeah, exactly. Percussive Arts Society, been around now for 54 years. It was an organization that was founded by 14 individuals back in the day to kind of create an environment or a community of drummers and percussionists, and also the industry side. And at that time, we were looking at the drum and percussion industry really hadn't. It was in its infancy stage. So
we're looking at 1961.
Yeah, and so we're looking at, Remo Belly being in the beginning, Ludwig in the beginning. I mean, there was only just a few companies, Zildjian, that were around at that time, and who wanted to kind of support and create, again, a community, a society of drummers and percussionists, where the industry could support education and kind of cultivate the new drummers and percussionists of the new era and whatnot. So it since then has built to where we have chapters all over the world. We probably are most well known for the Percussive Arts Society International Convention, which is PASIC. I know a lot of people know PASIC, but they usually don't know what it stands for. But
Right.
It's, Percussive Arts Society International Convention. And this is our 40th anniversary this year for PASIC, and that's going to be in San Antonio, Texas, November 11th through the 14th. So that is something that we're really excited about. People can go to the website, either pasic.org or pas.org, to look at all the artist listings and the groups that are performing.
Can you recall anybody that's on this list? Anybody that's performing? Could you mention a few of those?
I mean, there are so many to mention. I don't want to leave anybody off, but the evening concerts are all great. We have everything from percussion ensemble pieces being played to Ghost Note, which are the guys from Snarky Puppy, the drummer and percussionist from Snarky Puppy, have put their own group together called Ghost Note. And Friday Nights and All Vibes thing with Joe Locke and Stefan Harris and a few other guys who are all going to be playing together at the same time, which is four of the top vibraphonists in the world playing it. Clinic wise, it's all over the map. I mean, we've got Annika Niles coming in from Germany. She's amazing for any of you that have not seen her yet. Just amazing drummer. And from her to Ndugu Chancellor, and everybody in between. So it's a great lineup. I encourage everybody to go to the websites and look at it. If you're interested in coming, you can register for a 4-day badge, or you can actually come and we have what we call general admission or single session tickets, where it's $20. You don't have to be a member of PAS if you don't want to be. You can just come and pay $20 and get into any single one session or evening concert that you want. For anybody that's in Texas or maybe wants to drive down, we also have day passes available. So there's a lot of different options. You can go find the tickets on Eventbrite under PASIC 15, or you can go to our website and register for the day passes through us. It is available to non-members. It's just more expensive. The members are a little less expensive. It's a couple $100. I forget the exact pricing, like $235, I think, at that point. And
but all that information is on the website.
it's all on the website, and if you get a 4-day badge, that gives you access to everything. And realistically, compared to other events, even music festivals out there like Austin City Limits Festival or South by Southwest or whatever you want to, the price is ridiculously cheap for that.
And it's concentrated in things that you really want to see
Oh,
and experience.
I
who you want to meet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the other thing, is every year it's like a family reunion. I mean, people, drums and percussionists from all over the world, whether they're giving a clinic or not, come. Yeah. All the industry is there. All the manufacturers have booths. It's like a mini NAMM show at the expo.
Oh, right. So explain the expo.
The expo is like I said, it's like a mini NAMM show. So we have all the manufacturers. We have the small boutique drum manufacturers there, or percussion accessory manufacturers. We have everybody from Sabian to Zildjian to Pearl to Yamaha, DW, Gretsch. I mean, they're all there with booths. And what's really cool is the exhibitors or the manufacturers have, in the last several years, have really begun premiering their new gear at PASIC ahead of NAMM show.
Oh.
So, it gives them a little bit of time. They get some feedback, and I think might have a chance to maybe make some tweaks before they premiere it at the NAMM show. But pretty much they are.
And there are some
you get the
serious
sneak peek.
people that are looking and checking out what you got or what they've
and
got.
The other great thing, too, is that you can buy directly off the floor.
Okay.
So, if you want to come, it's $20. If you just want to go to the expo, bring a wad of cash and walk out with a great deal of new drum set or some new cymbals or new mallets, whatever.
Right.
Even you can buy 5-octave marimbas off the companies. I mean, at a significant discount. So you have that option. So another great reason to come to the expo portion of PASIC.
November 11th through the 14th.
Yep.
In Austin.
No, in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
So go to the walk.
Go to the walk. Don't fall in.
Don't
it's
fall
fine.
in. How do you know this?
Actually,
personal experience?
No, someone told me.
When I was pulling them out.
Yeah.